Introduction. The pursuit of happiness, redefined. Have you ever felt like you were chasing a rainbow? No matter how hard you try, happiness seems to always be just out of reach. We're told to strive for success, wealth, and fame, but even when we achieve these goals, happiness often eludes us. It's as if we're trapped in a never-ending cycle of striving, achieving, and still feeling unsatisfied. But what if there's a different path to happiness? A path that doesn't involve constant striving or external validation. What if true contentment lies within us, waiting to be discovered? In this book, we'll explore the concept of contentment and its profound impact on our lives. We'll delve into the benefits of contentment, from improved physical and mental health to stronger relationships. Together, we'll embark on a journey of self-discovery, learning how to cultivate a contented mindset and unlock the true potential within ourselves. Are you ready to redefine happiness and discover the path to a more fulfilling life? Chapter 1. The Pursuit of Happiness. Have you ever felt a deep sense of peace and satisfaction? A feeling that everything is just as it should be? That's contentment. Contentment is a state of mind that goes beyond fleeting moments of joy or pleasure. While happiness is often associated with external events or achievements, contentment is rooted in a more internal sense of well-being. It's a quiet satisfaction with life, a sense of harmony and fulfillment that comes from within. Happiness is a worthy goal, but it can be a slippery one, and often very short-lived. We often chase after it, seeking it in material possessions, achievements, or external validation. Yet, even when we attain these things, happiness can still feel elusive. This is because happiness is often tied to specific conditions or circumstances. When those conditions change, so too can our happiness. One of the reasons happiness can be so fleeting is that we often confuse it with excitement or pleasure. While these emotions can be enjoyable, they are not the same as lasting contentment. Excitement and pleasure are often based on temporary experiences or sensations, while contentment is rooted in a deeper sense of well-being. Another reason happiness can be elusive is that we often set unrealistic expectations for ourselves. We may believe that we need to be perfect, successful, or wealthy in order to be happy. However, this kind of perfectionism thinking can be a major obstacle to contentment. When we constantly compare ourselves to others or strive for unattainable goals, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Unlike happiness, contentment is not dependent on external circumstances. It's a state of mind that can be cultivated regardless of our life situation at the moment. Contentment is rooted in a deep sense of self-acceptance, gratitude, and peace. When we are content, we are able to appreciate the simple things in life and find joy in the present moment. Contentment offers a more sustainable and fulfilling way of life. It's a state of mind that can provide us with a sense of calm, peace, and resilience. When we are content, we are less likely to be affected by the ups and downs of life. We are better able to cope with challenges and setbacks, and we are more likely to experience a sense of overall well-being. In the following chapters, we will explore the benefits of contentment, the factors that can contribute to discontent, and practical strategies for cultivating a more contented mindset. By understanding the nature of contentment and learning how to cultivate it, we can embark on a journey toward a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Chapter 2. The Benefits of Contentment. Contentment isn't just a mental state, it also has a profound impact on our physical health. Studies have shown that a contented mindset can have a positive influence on various aspects of our well-being. Chronic stress can take a toll on our bodies, leading to a variety of health problems. Contentment helps to reduce stress levels by promoting a sense of calm and peace. When we are content, we are less likely to worry about the future or dwell on the past. allowing us to live more in the present moment. This can help to reduce stress-related symptoms such as headaches, muscle tension, and digestive problems. Sleep is also necessary for both physical and mental health. Contentment can help to improve sleep quality by reducing anxiety and promoting relaxation. When we are content, we are less likely to experience racing thoughts or worry about the day ahead, allowing us to fall asleep more easily and sleep more soundly. A healthy immune system is absolutely essential for fighting off illness. Contentment has been shown to have a positive impact on the immune system. Studies have found that people who are more content tend to have lower levels of stress hormones, which can weaken the immune system. Additionally, contentment causes us to seek healthier lifestyle habits, such as regular exercise and a balanced diet, which can also help to boost the immune system. In addition to its physical health benefits, contentment can also have a significant impact on our mental health. Some of the psychological advantages of contentment include increased resilience. Contentment can help us to develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and challenges. When we are content, we are less likely to see difficulties as insurmountable obstacles. Instead, we are more likely to view them as opportunities for growth and learning. Contentment helps reduce anxiety. And we are well aware that anxiety is a common mental health problem that can have a significant impact on our quality of life. Contentment can help to reduce anxiety by promoting a sense of calm and peace. When we are content, we are less likely to worry about the future or dwell on negative thoughts. We can enjoy improvement in our self-esteem by cultivating a mindset of contentment. Contentment can help to boost our self-esteem. When we are content, we are more likely to appreciate our strengths and accept our weaknesses. This can lead to a greater sense of self-worth and confidence. Contentment can also have a positive impact on our relationships with others. When we are content, we are more likely to be kind, compassionate, and understanding. This can help to foster stronger and more fulfilling relationships with our friends, family, and loved ones. Furthermore, contentment can make us more attractive to others. People who are content tend to exude a positive energy that is contagious. This can make them more enjoyable to be around and can help to attract new friends and opportunities. In conclusion, contentment offers a wide range of benefits for both our physical and mental health. By cultivating a contented mindset, we can improve our overall well-being, enhance our relationships, and lead a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Chapter 3. Understanding the roots of discontent. One of the most common sources of discontent is comparison. We often find ourselves comparing ourselves to others, whether it's our friends, colleagues, or even celebrities. Since the arrival of social media, we have seen an increase in comparison activity. While a certain amount of comparison can be healthy, excessive comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. When we compare ourselves to others, we often focus on their strengths and accomplishments while downplaying our own. This can create a distorted view of reality and leads to feelings of inferiority. Additionally, comparison can create a sense of competition, which can be stressful and unhealthy. It's important to remember that everyone is unique and has their own strengths and weaknesses. Comparing ourselves to others can be a useless endeavor, as there will always be someone who seems to have more than us, and some seem to have it all. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on our own personal growth and development. The Bible puts it in easy-to-understand language when it says, "Compare yourself to yourself." From this, we get the practice of looking at yourself to see if you are getting better each day. Another common source of discontent is the pursuit of perfection. We often set unrealistic expectations for ourselves, believing that we must be perfect in order to be happy and successful. However, this pursuit of perfection can be a major obstacle to contentment. Perfectionism can lead to feelings of stress, anxiety, and disappointment. When we strive for perfection, we set ourselves up for failure. No one is perfect, and it's unrealistic to expect ourselves to be. Instead of striving for perfection, we should focus on setting realistic goals and celebrating our accomplishments, no matter how small. It's also important to remember that mistakes are a natural part of life. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's through our mistakes that we learn and grow. Embracing our imperfections can help us to develop a greater sense of self-acceptance and contentment. Fear and uncertainty can also contribute to discontent. When we are afraid of the future or uncertain about our path in life, it can be difficult to feel content. Fear can lead to anxiety, stress, and a sense of helplessness. Uncertainty can make it difficult to make decisions or take risks. One lesser-known fact about fear is that it is often a learned behavior. We may have learned to fear certain things or situations as a result of past experiences. By understanding the roots of our fears, we can begin to overcome them and live more freely. Overcoming fear and uncertainty requires courage and resilience. It may involve facing our fears head-on or seeking support from others. By addressing our fears and uncertainties, we can free ourselves from their grip and experience a greater sense of contentment. Chapter 4. Cultivating Gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that can have a profound impact on our lives. When we cultivate gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This shift in perspective can have a transformative effect on our mindset and well-being. Studies have shown that gratitude can have a number of benefits, including increased happiness. Gratitude has been shown to increase levels of happiness and life satisfaction. When we focus on what we are grateful for, we cultivate a more positive outlook on life. Gratitude can help to reduce stress levels by promoting a sense of calm and peace. When we are grateful, we are less likely to worry about the future or dwell on the past. Gratitude results in improved relationships. Gratitude can strengthen our relationships with others. When we express gratitude to our loved ones, we show them that we appreciate them and value their presence in our lives. When is the last time you told a loved one that you appreciate them? It's not a well-known fact, but gratitude has been linked to a number of health benefits, including improved sleep, reduced pain, and a stronger immune system. One of the most effective ways to cultivate gratitude is through journaling. A gratitude journal is a simple tool that can help you to focus on the positive aspects of your life. To start a gratitude journal, simply choose a notebook or journal that you like. Then, each day, take a few minutes to write down things that you are grateful for. This could be anything from the beauty of nature to the kindness of a friend. Reflecting on your gratitude journal can help you to appreciate the good things in your life and develop a more positive outlook. Over time, you may notice that your gratitude journal becomes a source of inspiration and motivation. In addition to journaling, it's very important to express gratitude to others. When we express gratitude, we show our appreciation for the people in our lives. This can help to strengthen our relationships and create a more positive atmosphere. There are many ways to express gratitude. You can simply say thank you to someone who has helped you, or you can write them a letter or card. You can also show your gratitude through your actions, such as doing something nice for someone or volunteering your time. Expressing gratitude can be a powerful way to make a difference in the world. When we show our appreciation for others, we create a ripple effect of positivity that can spread to others around us. By cultivating gratitude, we can transform our lives and the lives of those around us. So, start today by taking a few minutes to reflect on what you are grateful for. You may be surprised at how much of a difference it can make. Chapter 5. Mindful Living. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel like life is rushing by, leaving us stressed, distracted, and out of touch with ourselves. We often multitask, moving from one thing to another without fully experiencing any of them. This constant forward motion may seem productive, but it comes at a cost. We miss out on the richness of the present moment, the simple joy of just being. That's where mindfulness comes in, a practice that invites us to slow down, breathe, and be fully present with ourselves and our surroundings. Mindful living is about embracing this intentional awareness in our everyday lives, leading to reduced stress, improved focus, and increased self-awareness. It's a gentle, transformative shift that allows us to live with greater clarity and peace. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's a way of being fully aware of what's happening inside and around us. Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, mindfulness calls us to focus on now. The benefits of mindfulness are profound, particularly when it comes to managing stress. When we're stressed, our minds are usually racing ahead, consumed by concerns about what might happen or replaying events that have already passed. Mindfulness interrupts this cycle by anchoring us in the present, which naturally calms the mind and body. Research has shown that mindfulness can lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol, helping to reduce feelings of anxiety and overwhelm. It also allows us to respond to stress more effectively. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can pause, take a breath, and choose how to respond, bringing more peace to our daily lives. In addition to reducing stress, mindfulness improves focus. We live in a world full of distractions, from constant notifications on our phones to the never-ending stream of information online. It's easy to get caught up in the noise and lose track of what truly matters. Mindfulness trains the mind to concentrate on one thing at a time. When we practice mindful living, whether through meditation or simply paying attention to what we're doing, our ability to focus sharpens. We become more present in our work, conversations, and tasks, which leads to better productivity and a deeper sense of fulfillment. Mindfulness also deepens self-awareness. By tuning into the present, we become more attuned to our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations. This awareness allows us to notice patterns that may not serve us, such as negative self-talk or unhealthy habits. Over time, mindfulness helps us understand ourselves on a deeper level, offering the insight needed to make positive changes in our lives. One of the most accessible and powerful ways to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. Mindful meditation is a practice that involves focusing on the breath or a particular sensation while allowing thoughts to come and go without attachment. It's not about clearing your mind, as many think, but about noticing your thoughts without getting carried away by them. Here's a simple technique to get started. First, find a quiet space. Choose a calm, comfortable spot where you won't be disturbed. Then sit comfortably. Sit in a chair or on the floor with your back straight but relaxed. Next, focus on your breath. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Feel the air enter your nose, fill your lungs, and leave your body. Just observe. Now notice your thoughts. As you breathe, thoughts will inevitably arise. When they do, simply notice them and gently bring your focus back to your breath. Don't judge the thoughts or try to push them away. Acknowledge them and return to the present. Remember to be kind to yourself. If your mind wanders frequently, that's okay. The practice of mindfulness is in the returning, not in staying perfectly focused. Start with just 5 minutes a day and gradually increase the time as you become more comfortable. Over time, you'll find that this simple practice has profound effects. Not only will it help reduce stress, but it will also cultivate a deep sense of peace and acceptance. You'll begin to notice how your thoughts and emotions flow, how they rise and fall like waves, without needing to control them. This allows you to respond more thoughtfully in everyday situations instead of reacting on autopilot. In our busy lives, we often eat on the go, grabbing a quick bite between meetings or eating dinner in front of the TV. It's easy to fall into the habit of mindless eating, where we consume food without really tasting or enjoying it. This disconnection can lead to overeating, emotional eating, and an unhealthy relationship with food. Mindful eating offers an alternative. It's about bringing full awareness to the experience of eating, savoring each bite, noticing the flavors, textures, and smells, and paying attention to our body's hunger and fullness signals. When we eat mindfully, we not only enjoy our food more, but we also tend to make healthier choices and eat in a way that nourishes our bodies. Here's how to practice mindful eating. First thing is to slow down. Before you even start eating, take a moment to breathe and appreciate the meal in front of you. Notice the colors, the smells, and the textures. Eating slowly gives your brain time to register that you're full, which helps prevent overeating. Then savor each bite. As you eat, focus on the taste of the food. How does it feel in your mouth? Is it sweet, salty, crunchy, or soft? By paying attention to these sensations, you'll find that even simple foods become more enjoyable. Try to listen to your body. Throughout the meal, pause and check in with your body. Are you still hungry, or are you eating out of habit or emotion? Mindful eating encourages us to eat when we're hungry and stop when we're satisfied, rather than eating to cope with stress or boredom. Always practice gratitude. Take a moment to appreciate the effort that went into preparing the meal, whether you cooked it yourself or someone else did. Reflect on how the food nourishes your body and supports your well-being. Mindful eating not only enhances our enjoyment of food, but also helps us develop a healthier, more balanced relationship with it. By slowing down and paying attention, we learn to trust our body's natural signals of hunger and fullness, which can lead to more intuitive and sustainable eating habits. Embracing mindful living. At its core, mindful living is about embracing the present moment with openness and curiosity. It's about letting go of the constant striving for what's next and instead finding joy in the now. Whether we're meditating, eating, working, or simply sitting in silence, mindfulness reminds us that life unfolds in the present, and it's here in the present that we find true peace and contentment. By incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives, we create a foundation for greater clarity, emotional resilience, and self-compassion. We learn to navigate life's challenges with more grace and to appreciate its beauty with a deeper sense of awareness. Mindful living isn't about being perfect or always calm. It's about being present, and that presence brings us closer to our truest selves. In a world full of distractions, mindfulness is a powerful way to reconnect with what really matters, the richness of each moment. Chapter 6. Setting Realistic Expectations. We all have dreams and goals, things we want to achieve in life, whether in our careers, relationships, or personal growth. But sometimes, the expectations we set for ourselves can be so high that they lead to frustration rather than fulfillment. When we expect too much, too soon, we set ourselves up for disappointment, making it harder to appreciate our progress and stay motivated. Learning to set realistic expectations is key to cultivating a mindset of contentment. It allows us to move forward in a healthy, sustainable way while celebrating our successes along the way. The dangers of unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations can sneak up on us. They often come from well-meaning sources like motivational quotes, societal standards, or even our own perfectionism. We might tell ourselves that we need to achieve certain milestones quickly, or that our success must look a certain way. But when reality doesn't match these high expectations, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and frustration. One common danger of unrealistic expectations is the pressure to be perfect. We talked about the danger of this in earlier chapters. We may set a goal to change a habit, master a skill, or improve some aspect of our lives, but expect that we will succeed without setbacks. Life, however, is full of ups and downs, and expecting perfection can set us up for failure. When we inevitably fall short, the disappointment can be overwhelming. Instead of recognizing our progress, we focus on what we didn't accomplish, which can diminish our sense of self-worth. Another danger is burnout. If we set our sights too high, whether it's in our work or personal life, we may push ourselves too hard in an attempt to meet those expectations. Constantly striving to do more, faster, and better without giving ourselves time to rest can leave us feeling exhausted and emotionally drained. Over time, burnout can lead to a loss of motivation and even make us question our abilities. Unrealistic expectations can also damage our relationships. We may expect others to meet our high standards, to act in certain ways, or to give us things that they may not be able to provide. This can create tension, resentment, and feelings of dissatisfaction in our interactions with others. The good news is that we can avoid these pitfalls by learning to set more realistic, achievable expectations for ourselves and others. It starts with being honest about what's possible and giving ourselves the space to grow at a pace that works for us. Setting achievable goals. One of the best ways to avoid the trap of unrealistic expectations is to focus on setting goals that are realistic and achievable. These goals should align with your personal values and aspirations, rather than being based on what you think you should achieve according to others. Achievable goals give you a clear direction while also respecting your current limitations and abilities. Here are a few strategies to help you set realistic, achievable goals. Be specific and measurable. Instead of setting vague goals like, I want to be healthier, or I want to be successful, try to be more specific. What does being healthier mean to you? Does it involve exercising 3 times a week, eating more vegetables, or getting enough sleep? Similarly, what does success look like? Break these goals down into smaller, measurable steps. For example, you might set a goal to walk for 20 minutes 3 times a week or complete a specific project at work by a certain date. Consider your current circumstances. When setting goals, take into account your current situation, your schedule, energy levels, resources, and responsibilities. It's easy to overestimate how much we can take on, but setting goals that are realistic for your present circumstances ensures you don't set yourself up for failure. If you have a busy work week, for instance, setting a goal to exercise for an hour every day might not be feasible. Instead, you could start with 15 minutes of movement a day, which is more manageable. Focus on progress, not perfection. It's very important to remember that goals are about growth, not about achieving perfection. Give yourself permission to make mistakes or experience setbacks along the way. Progress isn't always linear, but every step you take toward your goal is valuable. Celebrate that forward motion, even if it doesn't look exactly how you envisioned it. Align goals with personal values. Your goals should reflect what truly matters to you, not what you think others expect of you. Take some time to reflect on your core values and aspirations. What brings you joy and fulfillment? What areas of your life do you want to nurture or grow? When your goals align with your values, they'll feel more meaningful, and you'll be more motivated to pursue them. Break goals into smaller steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, so it's helpful to break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. For instance, if your goal is to write a book, Start by setting a goal to write for 15 minutes a day or complete one chapter a month. These smaller steps make the goal feel more achievable, and each step you complete will build your confidence and momentum. Be flexible. Life doesn't always go as planned, and that's okay. Being flexible with your goals allows you to adjust them when necessary. If you find that a particular goal isn't realistic at the moment, don't be afraid to modify it or extend the timeline. This doesn't mean you're giving up, it means you're being kind and realistic with yourself. You must learn to celebrate small victories. One of the most important aspects of setting realistic expectations is learning to celebrate the small victories along the way. It's easy to overlook these wins when we're focused on the bigger picture, but each small step forward is an accomplishment worth recognizing. Why is celebrating small victories so important? For one, it reinforces a positive mindset. When we acknowledge our progress, no matter how small, it builds a sense of pride and motivation. This makes it easier to keep going, even when the larger goal feels far away. Each small victory serves as a reminder that you're capable of growth and change. Celebrating small victories also helps us stay in the present moment. Instead of constantly looking ahead to what's next, we can pause and appreciate where we are right now. This brings a sense of contentment and gratitude into our lives. After all, life is made up of these small moments, and learning to appreciate them is key to cultivating long-term happiness. Here are some ways to celebrate your small victories. Take a moment to reflect. At the end of each day or week, take a few minutes to reflect on what you've accomplished. Even if it's something as simple as completing a task on your to-do list or sticking to a new habit for a few days, give yourself credit for the effort you've put in. Reward yourself. Treat yourself to something special when you reach a small milestone. It doesn't have to be extravagant. Maybe it's taking time to relax with a book, watching a favorite show, or enjoying a nice meal. The key is to reward yourself in a way that feels meaningful and enjoyable. Share your success with others. Sometimes sharing your victories with a friend or loved one can make them feel even more special. Don't be afraid to let others know about your progress. They'll likely be happy to celebrate with you and offer encouragement. Keep a success journal. Consider keeping a journal where you write down your accomplishments, both big and small. This practice can serve as a positive reminder of your growth, especially during times when you feel stuck or discouraged. Try creating a daily journal that contains things you are grateful for and includes your daily successes. Practice gratitude. Incorporating gratitude into your celebrations can amplify your sense of fulfillment. When you achieve a goal, no matter how small, take a moment to express gratitude for the journey and for all the lessons learned along the way. You must learn to embrace the journey along the way to your goals. Because often you will find that when you reach your goal, that it was actually in the journey that you had the most joy. Setting realistic expectations doesn't mean lowering your standards or settling for less. It's about being honest with yourself about what's possible in the moment and allowing space for growth at a sustainable pace. By setting achievable goals, celebrating small victories, and practicing self-compassion along the way, you create a foundation for lasting contentment. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination, and each step forward is a reason to celebrate. Memory updated. Chapter 7. Nurturing relationships. At the heart of a fulfilling life are the relationships we build with others. Human connection is one of our deepest needs, and strong, healthy relationships are essential to our happiness and well-being. These connections help us navigate life's ups and downs, offering support, companionship, and a sense of belonging. But nurturing relationships takes effort, care, and attention. By investing in the people around us, friends, family, and loved ones, we create a foundation of trust and warmth that contributes to our sense of contentment. The importance of strong relationships. Healthy relationships are like a safety net for our emotional well-being. When we feel connected to others, we experience a sense of security and support that can't be replicated in isolation. Studies show that people with strong social ties tend to live longer, have lower levels of stress, and report higher levels of happiness. But the benefits of strong relationships go beyond emotional health. They also boost our physical health. Close relationships can help lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of chronic illness, and even improve recovery from health challenges. One of the reasons relationships are so crucial to contentment is that they provide a space for vulnerability and authenticity. When we have strong connections with others, we feel safe enough to be ourselves without fear of judgment. This sense of acceptance allows us to relax into who we are, leading to a greater sense of inner peace and fulfillment. Moreover, relationships give us a sense of purpose. Whether we're supporting a friend through a difficult time, raising children, or sharing moments of joy with a partner, these experiences add meaning to our lives. They remind us that we are not alone and that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. However, like anything of value, relationships require nurturing. They don't just happen on their own, they need attention, patience, and effort. When we actively invest in our relationships, we strengthen the bonds that bring us joy and comfort. Building strong relationships takes time and intentionality. Whether you're starting a new friendship or deepening an existing one, the key is to approach the relationship with openness, respect, and a willingness to invest in it. Here are some strategies for building and maintaining meaningful connections with the people in your life. Be present. In today's digital age, it's easy to get distracted by our phones, work, or daily responsibilities. But to build strong relationships, it's important to be fully present when you're with others. This means giving your full attention to the person in front of you, listening to what they have to say, engaging in the conversation, and being mindful of the connection between you. When you're present, you show the other person that you value their time and their presence in your life. Communicate openly and honestly. Open communication is the foundation of any strong relationship. It's essential to share your thoughts, feelings, and concerns with those close to you while also being receptive to hearing their perspectives. Honest conversations help build trust and mutual understanding. However, it's important to approach communication with kindness. Being honest doesn't mean being harsh or critical. When we communicate with care and respect, we foster a space where both people feel heard and valued. This is underrated in today's environment, especially in political divisions. Invest time and effort. Like a garden, relationships need regular tending to grow and thrive. This means making time for the people who matter to you, even when life gets busy. Whether it's scheduling regular catch-ups with friends, spending quality time with family, or setting aside time for your partner, consistent effort is key to maintaining strong connections. It's also important to show appreciation for the people in your life, expressing gratitude for their presence and the joy they bring. Be supportive. A strong relationship is one where both people feel supported, especially during challenging times. Being there for someone, whether it's offering a listening ear, giving advice, or simply providing a comforting presence, shows that you care. Supportive relationships are built on mutual understanding and empathy. Knowing that someone has your back makes life's difficulties easier to bear. Resolve conflicts with care. No relationship is without its challenges, and disagreements are bound to arise from time to time. What matters is how we handle these conflicts. Instead of avoiding difficult conversations or letting resentment build, it's healthier to address issues with compassion and a willingness to find a resolution. Approach conflict with an open mind. focusing on understanding the other person's perspective and finding a solution that works for both of you. When handled with care, conflict can actually strengthen relationships by fostering deeper understanding and trust. Respect boundaries. Every relationship needs boundaries to thrive. Respecting the boundaries of others means understanding and honoring their personal space, time, and emotional needs. It's important to communicate your own boundaries as well, so that your needs are also respected. Boundaries help maintain balance in relationships and ensure that both people feel comfortable and valued. Practicing empathy and compassion. Empathy and compassion are the cornerstones of meaningful relationships. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, while compassion is the desire to help alleviate their suffering. Together, these qualities create a deep sense of connection and care in our relationships. When we practice empathy, we step into the shoes of the other person and try to see the world from their perspective. This doesn't mean that we always agree with them, but it allows us to understand their feelings and experiences on a deeper level. Empathy is a powerful tool for building trust and strengthening relationships because it shows that we truly care about the other person's well-being. Compassion takes empathy a step further by inspiring us to take action. When we see someone we care about struggling, compassion motivates us to offer help, whether that's through kind words, acts of service, or simply being there to provide comfort. Compassionate relationships are built on a foundation of care and support, where both people feel seen, understood, and valued. Here are some ways to practice empathy and compassion in your relationships. Listen with an open heart. When someone shares their feelings with you, practice active listening. This means focusing on what they're saying without interrupting or planning your response. Try to understand not just the words they're saying, but the emotions behind them. Listening with empathy helps the other person feel heard and understood, which strengthens your connection. Validate their feelings. Even if you don't agree with someone's perspective, it's important to validate their feelings. Acknowledge that their emotions are real and valid, even if they're different from how you would feel in the same situation. Validation creates a sense of emotional safety in the relationship, allowing both people to express themselves freely. Offer support without judgment. Compassion involves offering support without placing judgment on the other person. Sometimes people just need to be heard and reassured rather than being told what to do or how to fix the situation. Being a compassionate presence means offering your care and concern without trying to control the outcome. Be kind in your actions. Small acts of kindness can go a long way in nurturing relationships. Whether it's offering a helping hand, sending a thoughtful message, or simply being there when someone needs you, these gestures show that you care. Compassion is about being there for others, not just when it's convenient, but when they truly need support. Forgive and let go. Compassion also extends to forgiveness. In any relationship, mistakes will be made, and feelings may get hurt. Holding on to grudges or past resentments only creates distance. Compassionate relationships involve the willingness to forgive and move forward, focusing on the love and care that underpins the connection. Building a foundation of love and connection. At the core of any strong relationship is love, whether it's the love we share with a partner, family, or friends. This love is nurtured through empathy, compassion, and a commitment to being there for one another. As we invest in our relationships, we create a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual support that contributes to our sense of contentment. Nurturing relationships requires effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. The warmth of human connection, the comfort of knowing we are not alone, and the joy of sharing life's moments with others all contribute to a deeper sense of fulfillment. As we prioritize and care for our relationships, we strengthen the bonds that bring meaning and happiness into our lives. And in doing so, we not only enrich the lives of those around us, but also our own. Chapter 8. Conclusion. Embracing Contentment. As we reach the final chapter of our journey toward contentment, it's time to reflect on everything we've explored and learned. Cultivating contentment is not a destination, it's a way of life. By consistently practicing the strategies you've encountered in this book, you can lay the foundation for a more peaceful, balanced, and fulfilling life. The journey to contentment. Contentment, at its core, is a state of mind. It isn't about living a life free of desires, nor is it about complacency. It's about finding joy and satisfaction in the present moment, even when things aren't perfect. Life will always throw challenges your way, but contentment allows you to maintain an inner peace that transcends external circumstances. 1. Gratitude. Throughout this journey, gratitude has been a recurring theme. By shifting your focus from what's lacking to what you already have, you transform your perspective. Gratitude rewires your brain, making it easier to notice the good things in your life. Over time, this becomes second nature. You no longer fixate on what could be better or what's missing. Instead, you appreciate what is. 2. Mindfulness. Another key practice on this journey is mindfulness. When you live mindfully, you immerse yourself in the present moment without judgment. By embracing mindfulness, you learn to accept life as it comes without resistance. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or suppressing negative thoughts, but rather accepting them with compassion and letting them pass without letting them take control. 3. Self-compassion. Self-compassion plays a pivotal role in contentment. When you show yourself the same kindness you would a friend, you foster a sense of inner peace. We often hold ourselves to impossible standards, leading to frustration and discontent. By treating yourself with grace, you free yourself from the pressures of perfectionism. 4. Letting go of comparison. We've also discussed the dangers of comparing ourselves to others. In today's world, social media and societal expectations can make it difficult to avoid measuring your success against others. But as we've seen, comparison is a thief of joy. Learning to celebrate your own journey, rather than constantly measuring it against someone else's, brings immense peace. Overcoming challenges. Despite all the strategies in the world, maintaining contentment isn't always easy. Life is unpredictable, and things rarely go as planned. You'll face obstacles that challenge your peace of mind. The key is to remain grounded in the practices you've cultivated. Dealing with disappointment. One of the biggest challenges to contentment is disappointment. Whether it's a missed opportunity, a failed relationship, or an unmet expectation, disappointment can shake your inner peace. The trick is learning to manage those feelings without letting them overwhelm you. Remember, disappointment is a part of life. When things don't go as planned, give yourself permission to feel the sting, but don't dwell on it. Refocus on what you can control and the lessons you can take from the experience. The fear of missing out, FOMO. The fear of missing out is another obstacle to contentment. It can create a sense of restlessness, making you feel like life is happening somewhere else, with someone else, without you. But remember, no one is living the perfect life that you imagine in your mind. Social media, movies, and magazines often portray an unrealistic version of life. When FOMO strikes, bring yourself back to the present. Focus on what you're experiencing in this moment, and recognize that life's beauty is often found in the simplicity of now. Handling negative emotions. Contentment doesn't mean the absence of sadness, anger, or frustration. These emotions are a natural part of being human. The goal isn't to banish them, but to learn how to respond to them. When negative emotions arise, instead of resisting them, accept them. Practice self-compassion and allow yourself to feel these emotions without judgment. They are temporary, and your sense of contentment can remain intact if you don't allow them to control your reactions. Impatience and restlessness. Our fast-paced world encourages impatience. We want everything instantly, whether it's success, happiness, or fulfillment. But true contentment takes time to develop. Be patient with yourself. Contentment isn't something you can achieve overnight, and it isn't a one-time goal. It's a daily practice. If you find yourself becoming restless or impatient, remind yourself that you are on a lifelong journey. Each day you practice gratitude, mindfulness, and self-compassion. You are planting the seeds of lasting contentment. The rewards of contentment. So what lies on the other side of contentment? Why go through the effort of cultivating it? The rewards are vast and touch every aspect of your life. Inner peace. When you embrace contentment, you experience a profound sense of inner peace. This peace doesn't mean life is without struggles, but it does mean you handle those struggles with grace and resilience. You're no longer in a constant state of yearning for something else. Instead, you find peace in the present moment, regardless of the circumstances. Improved relationships. Contentment also improves your relationships. When you're content within yourself, you're less likely to place unrealistic expectations on others. You accept people as they are without needing them to fulfill your happiness. This creates healthier, more fulfilling relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Greater resilience. Life will always have its ups and downs, but contentment equips you with the resilience to weather the storms. You're better able to bounce back from setbacks because your sense of well-being isn't tied to external circumstances. You've learned to find joy and peace from within, making you less vulnerable to life's inevitable challenges. A lasting sense of fulfillment. Perhaps the greatest reward of contentment is the deep and lasting sense of fulfillment it brings. When you embrace contentment, you realize that happiness isn't found in material things or in constantly chasing after more. It's found in appreciating the beauty of everyday life, in the small moments, and in the relationships you cherish. Embrace contentment today. As you finish this book, take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Contentment isn't something you acquire once and for all. It's a lifelong practice, a mindset that you nurture daily. There will be times when you feel off balance, when life's challenges threaten to pull you away from your center. But by returning to the practices outlined in this book, gratitude, mindfulness, self-compassion, you can always find your way back. The path to contentment may not always be easy, but it's undeniably rewarding. By embracing contentment, you create a life of peace, resilience, and joy, a life that's not dependent on external circumstances, but rooted in the richness of the present moment. Do not hesitate to start your contentment journey now. Now that you've completed this book, it's time to take action. Don't let these ideas remain on the page. Bring them to life in your everyday experience. Begin by practicing gratitude each morning, spending just a few moments reflecting on what you're thankful for. Incorporate mindfulness into your routine, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Contentment is a gift you give yourself. So today, make a commitment to start or continue this journey. Embrace the present, let go of what you can't control, and enjoy the richness of life just as it is. Your journey to contentment has only just begun.